What I'm talking about. Woo. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. What I'm talking about. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on, y'all. Woo. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. What I'm talking about. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Say we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on, y'all. Woo. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. What I'm talking about. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Say we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on, y'all. Woo. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. What I'm talking about. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Say we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on, y'all.
Are on.
Yeah, what's happening? Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Happy Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Happy stuff and things.
This reminds me of the.
Happy 4th of July.
This is very a Christmas story.
Ho, 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 ho. Happy Arbor Day! Oh. So basically, I've had this Santa suit in storage for like 10 years. They don't smell too good. What's happening, everybody? Couple folks here hanging out on your everyday average Friday night of Christmas, crisis.
That's right.
Merry
right.
Crisis!
Some of us. I saw that in the Facebook chat. Richard asked, was like surprised that we were here, that we were doing this, and personally, as someone of the Jewish persuasion, I don't like that everything's closed on Christmas. I don't like that you don't get any of the TV that you would normally get on Christmas at all. It's like everything just goes away for this arbitrary day, and so I'm delighted that we get to be here. And I'm delighted with Wrench's Santa suit, which is outrageous. There's like not even a mouth area, right?
Yeah,
Can you even see?
I gotta put my beard over the microphone.
Whoa. I love that that They Might Be Giants also have a song called Santa's Beard. I feel like there's basically nothing in conversation that you can talk about that doesn't end with They Might Be Giants have a song about that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that looks like it'd be warm in the winter.
Sure. It sure would.
Wait, does it have a baseball cap-esque hook there?
Oh yeah, it does. It's like a trucker hat with the Santa beard on the front. It does. See, so it's got the little snappies.
Super excellent.
What's up, bro?
Mary, John, Miss, everyone.
Yeah. Yes. So yes, this Santa suit goes way back and has not been washed. That's the shenanigans and hijinks it was bought for. Which I kind of don't want to say, because there are things that start off awesome and then become really douchey, and that's what they're known as.
Wait, what do you mean?
Some people will probably guess now.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
I was doing some of the original SantaCons that were done in New York.
What?
90s, 96, 97.
Seriously?
I'm sure this wasn't one of my first Santa suits. This was probably like 3 years in. I got this one or so. Yeah. That was back when SantaCon was like a bunch of creative people like secretly planning this thing, and then they show up and they like have all kinds of shenanigans and hijinks, and they show up with like very creative Santa stuff and themes. So you'd have like all awesome reindeer outfits and stuff, and you'd go to interesting places and invade them, but in a jolly way, or an obnoxious way sometimes, but like, you know, in an interesting way at least. And you know, there was a number of great years there. There was one year where I helped plan some of the stops and DJ'd a couple of stops. There was a year where B-Star played for SantaCon, because I coordinated with them so that there was a B-Star concert at the Continental downtown Manhattan, and that SantaCon would come through and all come into the show. And our violin player, Michi Bianco, her mom was visiting her that week.
and was like, "Oh, your band has a concert. I should come to the concert." So her mom comes into the show, and then pretty soon it's just invaded by Santas. And the other thing about SantaCon at the time was, yes, it was at the time it was a bunch of interesting and wild people. Some of them were very much exhibitionists, and also SantaCon is like all breaking boundaries at the time. So, like by halfway through our set, there were like several Santas disrobing on the stage while we were playing. So there was like, Santa nudity going on during our fiddle players' mom's first exposure to our band.
I gotta ask, is Santa's disrobing actually just kind of run of the mill for SantaCon? I feel like it might be.
It would usually happen at certain points, yeah. There would be some Santa dancing type things. And yeah, some Santa indecent exposure. This was back like the early SantaCons were like part of what inspired what's his face in writing Fight Club and whatnot. But then, after a while the word gets out and some people start joining in that are not really on the level, and then they tell their friends, and then it became a bunch of douchebags doing basically a bar crawl in Santa outfits that was annoying everybody. So farewell to that.
Aww. That's what all the good stuff turns into. Douches doing bar crawls.
Yeah.
Maybe 2020 was just one giant douche doing a bar crawl.
That's right, Jim. I may have gotten into that whiskey cake recipe.
Someone over on the YouTube chat, Oregon Rogue, said, "I'm smoking some Gangstagrass." With the space, which, if you put a space between gangsta and grass, it does change the meaning somewhat. Yep, so welcome, Oregon Trail. Hey, everybody in the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both of you.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's most.
Michelle counts as like multiple people.
Yeah, but everybody else is in the Facebook chat tonight.
Always trying to pull the Facebook chat over to the Twitch, but Facebook is like very what's the word? Is it like quicksand? Like something keeps people there.
Yeah, I don't know, but just so you know, all you Facebook people, there's cooler places to be, and one of them is to just go to www.gangstagrass.tv, and you can see this same stream, but with even cooler stuff.
That's true. You can even make emojis fly across the screen, which is not bad. Oh, Melody has joined us. Hey, Melody.
Yay. What's happening?
There you go. There, see hearts floating across the screen.
I'm going to make some doggies float across the screen. Oops. There you go. See how long that takes. There is a lag. So you put in these emojis, and then like some number of minutes later, they all fly across.
So over in the Facebook chat, hey, that was actually really fast. Maybe they fixed the delay problem. Oh yeah, Richard was talking about Die Hard, which I have never seen.
There's the puppies. Yeah, okay. Well, you're not you're not the person that's going to surprise me by not having seen a movie. So it is a Christmas classic. I agree with that. I'm on that page.
I believe it's a Christmas movie. Should I see it though? Is it actually worth watching, or is it just novel because it's an action movie that's also a Christmas movie?
What do you say, folks? Does Sleeves have a duty to see? What are we talking about?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
There's that whiskey cake.
And get to know Die Hard the movie, or is it something that is potentially skippable, even though it is a cultural touchstone? My favorite thing is there's a scene in the movie where Bruce Willis is crawling through these air ducts, ventilation ducts in the building, using a lighter to light his way. And people have made incredible ornaments by just making a little box with like aluminum foil around it, and then you put the picture of Bruce Willis with the lighter in the back of it, right? And it looks like he's crawling through this little duct. It's a great ornament.
Okay, that's awesome.
So I think I'm one of those.
We do seem to be getting some. I will say no one has yet said, no, don't see Die Hard or don't bother. That has not happened yet.
I will say it is a well-crafted piece of entertainment, right? It's not a deep movie. It's not a piece of high art, but it is well-crafted as a piece of storytelling to entertain you. So you can definitely enjoy it on that level.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Yep. Okay. I am curious. Mauve did say it's a great movie, well crafted. All right. Thank you, Melanie, for saying I don't actually have to see it. But and Jim, I'm sorry for horrifying you by not having seen this movie.
Indeed. I'm just going to share my screen with my my image search of Die Hard ornament,
Oh yeah.
so you can see what I'm talking about here. You can click through a bunch of these homemade Die Hard Christmas ornaments.
What does that ball say? Now whoever a machine gun?
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh.
It is from the movie.
All right. Along with ho ho ho, so like it's legit.
I believe so.
Interesting.
I believe that was the note that he sent somebody. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
I have also not seen White Christmas with Bing Crosby.
How about It's a Wonderful Life?
No. I keep meaning to see
No,
that.
struck out. We've had strike 1, 2, and 3.
I've seen A Christmas Story like 7,000 times. That's got to count for all of those.
That's a good one. That is a great one.
That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Indeed.
That movie absolutely rules. One of the super cool things about the Mountain Stage folks is that they actually have one of those leg lamps. It's not like full size, but it's true to the film.
Yeah. Yeah. So some folks in my family did a virtual Christmas gathering with a gingerbread house competition.
Do I finally get to see the gingerbread houses? I'm so excited to see the gingerbread houses.
I'm just mine. I'm just going to show you what I made, which was kind of a last minute thing. I was slacking off until last minute. The kids and folks were making some good stuff, and then I was like, I should get in on this. So what I put together was a gingerbread Fermilab.
Oh my god, it's amazing! It's so accurate.
Some different views of
It's
the
so
browns around it.
accurate.
So anybody out there that is saying, what's Fermilab? Fermilab is a scientific laboratory and home of the largest particle accelerator in the United States. Gangstagrass has been there a couple times. It is awesome, and the main building is kind of like this, but not made out of icing and homemade gingerbread. But I tried to represent there because it is a cool building, so that's what I thought of in terms of gingerbread architecture to try to replicate. My first idea was try to completely make an accurate representation of the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. And then I realized that would probably take a couple hundred years like the real one has. So then my second choice was the Fermilab building, which is located in beautiful Batavia, Illinois.
Here, here. One of my favorite cross-country road trips involved a post-midnight underground tour of Fermilab.
I will always be jealous of that.
And I will always be jealous of the time that you went to Fermilab in lab coats.
Yes, indeed. The first time that I went to Fermilab, me and my wife were like, well, we're going to go visit this place with all these scientists. Let's try to fit in. So we bought ourselves a couple lab coats and a couple clipboards. And we went in, we took the tour of Fermilab in lab coats. Now, it turns out that most of the scientists there are not actually wearing lab coats and clipboards, so we actually kind of stood out. But it was a fun little cosplay, I guess, to do while we were visiting.
How did people react to it?
They smiled politely and nodded to indicate that they did not mean to threaten us in any way.
I feel like that might be something that we should do when we go back out on tour. Just all wear lab coats and carry clipboards.
Yeah. It's a good way to go. I think scientists really should get back on that more consistently, doing the lab coats and clipboards thing. It really is a nice touch.
I've been thinking that I need to just always be carrying a clipboard. Right?
Yes.
You always look like you're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I am always doing something, but this way people will know.
Right. We had the scientists in the barn burning video with clipboards so that they could be like studying us and checking things off. I don't remember what else was on the checklist that was actually printed out by the filmmakers. But one of the things on the checklist was ass kicking, and so they were just like checking. I think there is a shot of like zooming in on them checking off ass kicking, and then there was another shot where like we were seeing them from the front, so we couldn't actually see the clipboard, and they didn't give them the actual checklist. They were just checking off on a piece of paper. So I took a picture of this piece of paper with just all these random checks on it, which I thought was very cool. Melody asked if Fermilab is where Particle Man comes from, and I said yes.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. He's definitely not from Constantinople. That much I can tell you.
So Melody Yvonne joining us on the awesome Twitch stream at Gangstagrass.tv, which everybody should go to. Amazing photographer who has taken some of the best pictures of Gangstagrass in existence that you will see all over our website and our Facebook and everything. So when you're seeing an awesome picture of Gangstagrass in concert, it's probably been taken by Melody. So psyched to have her on the stream with us tonight. And can't wait to someday be back out there getting our picture taken.
Here, here.
And see her newly renovated house and stuff. I think she turned her garage into kind of a venue kind of thing. Apparently she was renovating her garage or something, and like almost fell completely through the floor because there was like an old well underneath a floor that was rotting away, and that sounded like quite an adventure. I saw some pictures of it.
Oh, is that what happened? That's right. It was the karma for however many decades ago making fun of baby Jessica or not being sensitive enough to her plight.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. Oh, you got emotes of me with the Santa hat on. It's like real life.
Of course we do. 'Cause you gotta do that. I'm putting watch parties everywhere so that people know that, yes, stuff is actually happening even though it's Christmas.
Yeah. We were talking about the movie Meet John Doe recently.
What's
and that would
that?
be actually one, if that was like a tradition, that would be like a New Year's Eve watching movie. But people are usually, New Year's Eve is usually too taken up by people trying to get out to parties and stuff.
What is Meet John Doe?
So it's another Frank Capra movie, like It's a Wonderful Life, but it's pretty crazy, and it's awesome.
When's it from? Is it like from the same era as It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, it's in that kind of It's a Wonderful Life / His Girl Friday type movie.
Is there a Hitchcock movie that's a Christmas movie? Or like a New Year's movie?
Good question. Anybody out there know about any Hitchcock Christmas tie-in movies? Let's see what's up.
Yeah, I mean, I know nothing about movies, so. Let's see.
Richard brought some interesting trivia to the Facebook chat. I'm gonna have to look this up and confirm it. This is not confirmed, folks. This is we heard this from a friend. That Die Hard, the Die Hard book was actually a sequel, and that there was a movie of the first of the books that starred Frank Sinatra, and so they were contractually required to offer the role to Sinatra for the next one, but at that point he was 73 years old, so he did not take the role.
What?
I want to see Die Hard with 73-year-old Frank Sinatra crawling through the ventilation ducts.
Yeah, I mean, I know very little about the topic of Die Hard, as everyone now knows, but that sounds very implausible.
By the way, you guys see my sweet ride here?
Is it gorgeous?
The Wrenchmobile here. It's being put together by Anders.
Wait.
He's not. I don't think he's joining us tonight. I haven't seen him pop up, but he's been in the chat on things lately.
Wait, so that's like really happening somewhere?
Yes, but it's actually a model. It's not a full-size car. It's a little model car. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow, that is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what kind of model car it is?
I think he said in the chat at some point, and I'm not enough of a car person that it's stuck in my head.
I feel like Dolio might know. Oh, speaking of which, did everybody see the mural, the whole mural situation that went down in Philly?
Mm.
So, yesterday, I guess it was, or was it the day before? So his wife, Michelle Angela, who is a renowned artist, works in the Smithsonian and murals all over many cities, most especially Philadelphia, where they live. Some years ago, she had painted this gorgeous mural of this LGBTQ activist who had died young from breast cancer, but was so important to the community. So they created this mural in her honor on the side of this building, and I want to say it was a couple years ago, maybe sometime in the fairly recent past, developers decided to buy that property, and they had talks, to figure out how to preserve the mural, or if the building was going to be torn down, which it turned out it was, to try to hopefully preserve some pieces of the mural, and at the very least have a new art project there that would honor her and at least one other local activist who really mattered to the community. And just within the last 2 days, without any notice whatsoever, the developers whitewashed the mural. So it just gone. They actually went that night and projected the mural up on the building with the line that says, "You can't erase our history." And it was picked up by local TV news. It was picked up by the Philadelphia Inquirer. It hit the New York Daily News. So you might be seeing it in your local news. But yeah, Melody. It was horrible. So keep an eye on that story.
We've got a post to the news article on our Facebook page, so that you can read up on that and see what's happening. Pretty sweet that they were able to get that projection up to actually project the mural exactly where it was with a message. Nice work.
Yes. Yeah, Michelle was like, apparently Dolio just started cooking dinner, and Michelle was like, "We gotta go," and they just bolted out of there, and got the projection going. And I mean, credit to the news organizations that are covering this, that, because it is something that's really important to a community, but also, it's of wider importance. So I'm actually like sort of shocked and impressed that there was so much news coverage of it, and that there continues to be. Is the Santa thing not really cooperating with all of the glasses?
Yeah, and also not if I don't want to have the beard in front of my face and breathe in this like beard fumes. So I'm just doing what I can with it, folks. That should work. I just found out from my dad that my grandma in Oklahoma's been in the news.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She apparently she started dancing recently. I mean, not that she wasn't before, but in February she's turning 100. So she's 99 and she at the home that she's staying at now, she's helping out with a bunch of cooking and stuff, and really likes having work to do, and was getting into it, and they put some music on and she was dancing around. Somebody took some video with their phone, and I guess sent it out, and became a little local interest story on the news in Oklahoma. So I'm trying to find a link for that and see if I can
yes, please,
for everybody. I gotta figure out what to do February for her 100-year-old birthday.
I mean, I feel like we need her dancing to Gangstagrass, right? We should make a song for her.
Yeah, sure.
100, centennial get down or something. Yeah.
Or we could just repurpose Go You 100.
Yeah. Yes. That's a great idea. Yes. Yes. That's so
Not really
good.
The kind of music that she usually listens to.
Well, what was she dancing to, if not Gangstagrass? What else do 99-year-olds dance to?
Well, she's got a century of music that she's heard to choose from, I guess. What it could be.
I mean, I assume she's heard Gangstagrass music. What does she think of it? What did she say?
I'm sure my dad has played her a very, very curated selection.
How does she feel about cursing?
I'm sure that she would not be into it.
Aw.
Some fans of Gangstagrass feel that way. So
and that's why is Broken Hearts and Stolen Money the only album that has an officially clean version?
Yeah, well, that's the only one that ever had a physically made clean version.
Ah, yes. Wait, is there a clean version of No Time for Enemies?
Well, there's audio files that could be made available, but yes, clean versions edits have been made to send out for licensing, since you don't want to have any swears on the stuff that you're trying to pitch for TV and film.
I feel like that's changing, but I see your point.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time before primetime commercials with lots of F-bombs.
T Web says the future's so bright Wrench has to wear 3 shades.
That's right. Triple bright future. Way to bring up a classic song too. But Wendy says lose a sunglass or two.
Yeah, why, Wendy? Why do you feel that way? Is it because the Santa hat has difficulty fitting?
You know, some people are just prejudiced. Wendy's cool though, I gotta say. So it's probably not that, because she's been cool in the chat so far in the past.
Oh, that is interesting, right? And of course you have the glasses underneath. Does that make you, I guess, let's see. So somebody wearing glasses is 4 eyes. Does that make you 10 eyes?
Yes, officially.
Officially 10 eyes.
I have decimal eyes now. I have metric system eyes.
Aw, Melody's mom didn't make it past the F word. All right, so we need to get a clean version to Melody's mom.
Yeah.
In thanks for giving us Melody, who gave us all those great
it goes
pictures.
with parents and grandparents sometimes. Like, so she put one robot face emoji, so now there's just one drifting across the screen, all lonely. I like to there you go, yeah. I like to throw in lots of emojis at a time.
Yes.
Blow up on the screen.
Yes. I wish your little reindeer antlers weren't cut off, Wrench.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh?
Yeah, no, my grandma drops the F-bombs constantly. Like, so much. It's been more so with the political situation. Like I've definitely noticed
we need
that.
a euphemism, because like Ireland, they would just say the Troubles, and that would like specifically when they meant, you know, the violent conflicts in Northern Ireland, they would just say the Troubles. We need a euphemism for the current era of craziness. I like the situation. You just said the situation, and I knew what you meant.
Yes. Yes. That whole within the next couple of months, we're going to have seen 500,000 of our fellow Americans having died. That situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so grandma's been dropping the fucks all over the fuck place. Okay, here's the situation. Exactly.
Right. I guess it already has some claim from the Fresh Prince.
Now this is interesting. I'm seeing here in the Facebook chat from T Web, The Fly 2 is one of the best sequels. Oh, not a Christmas movie though. I was like, wow, The Fly 2 is a Christmas movie? That's amazing. I haven't seen The Fly either. Which is why all those jokes after the fly on Mike Pence's head, like so many of them, just I didn't get them at all because
Jeff Goldblum stuff.
because I didn't really know who Jeff Goldblum was, and you know. Oh. Yes, Jim. I'm wearing a green T-shirt from the 2015 They Might Be Giants Australia tour, and with the green screen, that is what happens. And the text message chain behind me is from I asked my cousin on her Facebook wall to please not accidentally kill our grandmother, because she went over to our 88-year-old grandmother's house with no mask, along with her unmasked sister and mom, and they're wonderful people. They're beautiful, fabulous people, but you know, they made a pretty serious error in judgment there, and I asked her not to accidentally kill our grandmother. You know, my cousin works in an ice cream shop in like hotspot Virginia, so you know, and she's in her early 20s, so she's not likely to notice if she has the COVID. Same with her sister, who goes to a college where they also had an outbreak. And so, you know, I said, you know, hey, please don't accidentally kill our grandmother, and that what you're seeing behind me was my uncle's response to that. Um, yeah. So, family, right? Merry Christmas.
Family. FMBOY. Family. Sleeves,
Family.
apparently you've crossed the line for Melody and not having seen The Fly.
Really? Oh, it's The Fly that did it? All right. Well, next time you come to DC, at whatever point at which we can all be in the same place again. Public service announcement. So everybody should get the vaccines because the data is very strong that they make it much, much, much less likely that you will get a severe, hospital-inducing, potentially death-inducing case of COVID. So it's super important that everybody get vaccinated when they can.
Mm-hmm.
That's true of all 3 vaccines.
It's also important that everybody try to spread the information of the conspiracy theory that the vaccine secretly contains Gangstagrass.
It does. It
see
does.
How far you can get that to go. Did you know
we
that
shrunk
they're
it down?
Gangstagrass in the vaccine? What will happen if you have Gangstagrass in your body?
I feel like No Time for Enemies is exactly the thing that we all need in our bodies right now.
Oh, speaking of which,
For real.
guess what's? Oh, I lost something there.
The Santa hat?
But guess what's in the mail to people right now?
The vinyl! After long pandemic delays, the No Time for Enemies vinyl is headed your way.
It took forever for us to get made and sent in the mail and waited for the mail because shipping takes a long time. And so it's on the way, but I can't say it's going to get there, in the next few days or what, because everything is held up at the post office right now and in transit. There's orders that we sent out from the Gangstagrass store like December 8th that are still saying in transit on the tracking.
Yo.
I know that the packages from my family for my kids' Christmas presents that we're supposed to get here have not arrived yet. So we'll just be having some late package present opening whenever they get here.
Well, I mean,
Kids were plenty distracted today by all the sugar they were able to sneak while making gingerbread houses.
And gingerbread Fermi Labs.
Yeah.
That made my Christmas, by the way.
Very good. I thought you would like that.
Yeah. That's exquisite. And you're like, you got the shape exactly right. I mean, the top was a little weird, but I guess with gingerbread, there's like not a lot you can do especially if you're kind of cramming on it. Hopefully Gangstagrass in the vaccine will result in people getting along better and being more understanding of each other and sending love in the face of hate.
Yeah.
Responding with warmth to the nuttiness.
Yeah. Also, everybody that's watching right now, I would like to send you a special invitation to come watch the stream tomorrow afternoon at 3:00 Eastern. I will be doing a stream because tomorrow's my birthday. So you better come watch the stream, or I will have a sad, crying birthday if you're not there.
Wait, do we get to watch that?
Eastern tomorrow. No, because if you're watching, that means you came, and I won't be crying. But if you're not there, that's when it will just be a sad birthday.
Aww.
So watch my birthday stream tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, and see what happens. What am I going to do? Any requests out there? What do you want to see on my stream tomorrow?
I want to see the gingerbread Fermi Lab again.
Yeah. Originally, I was like, I'll take that down and I'll show it like on the live stream, but I demolished it before 9:00.
Oh wait, so you actually did eat it?
No.
Or you like wrecking balled it?
It was not so edible. This was gingerbread that was made for construction purposes, and royal icing that was made for adhesiveness and not taste. So it was just a demolition job as part of cleanup.
Well, uh, I'm kind of bummed to hear that there's like construction gingerbread. I mean, that feels, I don't know, I guess maybe that's what the witch in Hansel and Gretel's house was made out of. But nonetheless, it feels like kind of cheating.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like sort of against the spirit of the thing.
We were just proud that we actually made our own gingerbread, rather than like buying a kit or something, or using graham crackers or whatever.
Graham crackers. Oh my gosh, it's been ages since I've had a graham cracker. That sounds so delicious. I love dipping graham crackers in milk.
Good to know. Good to know.
That's what I'm going to do for your birthday. I'm going to dip some graham crackers in milk. I'm going to light a little candle. So yeah, tomorrow at 3 p.m. at gangstagrass.tv. It's going to get wacky because it's Wrench and his mind. Oh, have you made any new TikToks that we ought to see?
Nothing since I showed you guys just on our own Zoom on Monday or whatever, but I might be showing some tomorrow.
Can you please show the Christmas one that you did? The what is it? The one about the cold night.
Oh,
what is that song?
Yeah. So I'll show tomorrow. I will show what happens when somebody does the female parts of Baby It's Cold Outside and asks for somebody to duet. And I fill in the other lines of Baby It's Cold Outside with what I would say in 2020. So that's that'll be on the stream tomorrow for Wrench's birthday stream right here at gangstagrass.tv. 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
It is hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting it up on the screen. Wrench's birthday party. Yes.
Courtney says, how do you get the Steam? And then corrects herself as stream, although she's watching it right now. So the same thing tomorrow at 3, except we highly recommend going directly to the stream by going to www.gangstagrass.tv, which gets you straight into the Twitch feed and is a great way to watch the stream. And you can join the chat, and the chats on that stream are actually the chat that you see on the screen here in the lower right corner. And also you can use emojis there that will pop and float across the screen of the stream. So that's the way to go. Tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern at www.gangstagrass.tv.
Gangstagrass.tv. Hey, Don Ann. Welcome.
Hey.
Having a low-key Christmas stream. Some of us are of the Jewish persuasion. Just me, actually. But that counts. And
I got one foot in there. By relation.
Oh, of course you do. Yeah, sure you do.
So we're a dual celebration family.
That's the best kind.
Mm-hmm.
I had that, and then my mom converted to Buddhism when I was fairly little. So then we added New Year's because I was worried that that I wouldn't get presents if she converted, because the priorities of a small child.
Buddhists need to come up with more gift-giving, materialist kind of holidays.
Yeah, there's basically nothing like that. And as an adult, I'm like, that's awesome. That's fantastic. I love it. As Wrench and I were talking about before we went on the live stream, I don't get why you would throw all of the gift giving into one part of the year. It just creates stress for people. and kind of minimizes the chances that you're actually going to get somebody the best gift for them, or makes you like store the best gift for them all year long. So like in my ideal world, and this is what I do, just get presents for people when you see something that would be perfect for them, and you just do it right then. Who cares if it's April 23rd? You just do it right then, and then it's a surprise for you, it's a surprise for the other person, and you know, it's a surprise for our capitalist society. I mean, it's like perfect.
Well, one of my explanations as to why we have it all focused on one time is better for the planning of the corporations, that they expect a regular timed yearly glut of purchasing and consumerism.
We got to fix a lot of things about our national priorities.
Yeah, there's not even enough people getting free helicopters.
Well, I mean, you know how I feel about that. I'd take a $600 helicopter.
That's a whole other issue. A whole other can of worms there.
Yes. So I do have one other note on the vaccine for folks that is super important to know, and I mention it because I feel like there's a good likelihood that when people start getting the vaccine, they're going to think, okay, well, I'm no longer a vector, right? I'm no longer in danger of getting the virus. I'm no longer in danger of passing the virus to anybody else. So I can stop wearing a mask, and I can stop distancing. And what we know of the vaccine so far, and this has been conclusively demonstrated in the AstraZeneca Oxford trials in their data, it has not been conclusively demonstrated in the Moderna and Pfizer data, but that's because they didn't test for it. But it was demonstrated fairly solidly in the animal studies that happened before the human studies. And that is that this is a vaccine that does not actually prevent people, or at least does not prevent all people who get the vaccine from getting the virus. So if you get the vaccine, it is still possible, not definite, but possible that you could still get COVID. What the vaccine does is it makes it so that it's much less likely that you'll get serious disease. But it does not necessarily prevent you from getting COVID and not knowing that you have it, or getting a very mild case of it, or even getting a worse case of it, but it just makes it much less likely. So you could get COVID, not know you have it, and be transmitting it after you get the vaccine. So until we have widespread vaccination, we all need to continue to be careful, even if we've been vaccinated, or even if you're like with somebody who's been vaccinated. So yes, exactly. It's like if you get a flu shot, you can still get the flu. Now with the flu shot, most of why you would still get the flu is because, they're guessing when they make the flu shot as to which strains are going to be big that year. So like if I had my druthers, I love that term. I don't even know what it means. But if I had my druthers, whatever they are, I would get both the Northern Hemisphere flu shot and the Southern Hemisphere flu shot, because they're targeting different strains. And, one is basically our summer and one is our winter. So yes, if you get the flu shot, you can still get the flu. Usually that's because it's a different strain that wasn't targeted, but you could even still get a strain that was targeted. It could, part of it is because the immunity doesn't last very long, right? So if you get your flu shot early, like they often recommend, don't get your flu shot in like late September or early October, because by late February or March, you're no longer protected, but you're still in flu season, or you're no longer well protected. So all of those things are to be considered. This is not a reason not to get that vaccine. Get the vaccine. It's all the more reason to get the vaccine. Because the more people who get it, the fewer people are in danger and the less likely our hospitals are going to be overwhelmed. But just understand that just because you've gotten the vaccine doesn't mean you can't get the virus and spread it. And just because somebody else has gotten the vaccine doesn't mean they don't have the virus and can't spread it to you. Merry Christmas.
No.
Yes.
That graphic
We really do. We really do need that. Okay, I'm gonna look for it right now. Also, everybody should check out the latest White House coronavirus task force report. Yes, I did say that. Um, it doesn't anywhere on it say that it's the White House coronavirus task force report, which is interesting. But it is, according to many reputable news organizations, and it has some dire warnings. Like, you know, stuff that if they had said it back in March, we would all be in a much better position right now. So check it out. It's really interesting. It basically says if you're over 65, you should not be indoors with people who are unmasked, you know, outside of your, like, who you actually live with, at all, period. Like, don't go into a public space where even a single person is unmasked. They say have your groceries and your medicines delivered. If you gathered for Thanksgiving outside of your immediate household, assume that you are infected and you're a danger to others and go get tested immediately. Like, that's all straight from the White House coronavirus task force report. These are the people who, you know, back in March and April were like, meh. So I feel like with them having finally gotten on board, you know, that's just all the more reason to take this seriously.
I just can't believe we're still in this thing at the end of the year. Like, I remember in March when we went into lockdown, it was like, okay, everybody lock down, so we'll spend a few months, we'll cancel some shows, you know, maybe later in the summer we'll be through it. Nope. And I was like, okay, well, we'll hunker down for the summer, but then the kids can get back into school. Nope, the kids are in remote school. I'm like, okay, well, maybe after winter break in January we'll be back at it. Nope. It just has so far exceeded so many of what I would have predicted would have been the time that it would take us to get this shit back together. But the fact is, we're not through it. It is still running around rampant. So we're gonna have to try harder to lock down, watch out for each other, take care of each other by making sure that you are not out there spreading stuff around. It's better with the floating head in front of it.
Yeah, that's key. Floating heads are key in all circumstances. And I love that it's like fuzzy because it was obviously taken off of, you know, like an old tube television.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, we want to sending prayers out to everybody who is currently fighting this. You know, your odds are good of surviving it. The odds are good. But we don't have the hospital capacity to handle so many people getting it. So let's all chill out. We don't need to go out for New Year's Eve. But you know what we do need to do for New Year's Eve? Watch Gangstagrass in a virtual Times Square.
Yeah, we're gonna send out a link pretty soon, I'm sure.
Sure.
With where people can go for the virtual New Year's Eve party featuring Gangstagrass in a whole virtual performance that you'll be able to see that is actually putting us in the middle of Times Square for New Year's Eve, which I think is the only way I would actually want to try to be in Times Square for New Year's Eve.
Ever.
The actual Times Square is cold as hell, and you're standing there for hours if you want to be there. And with no room around you because it's so crowded. So I generally stay very far away from Times Square on New Year's Eve as a New Yorker. But we'll be there virtually with no crowds around in the virtual realm. And you will be able to tune in. We'll send out the link for that, for the virtual New Year's Eve party. And what an unusual New Year's Eve we are going to be having, everybody, this year, compared to most years, which may, you know, a lot of years may be like, yeah, okay, New Year, cool, excited for the New Year. This is just like, where are we all going to be at? We're all just be like,
I'm putting my hopes in Chinese New Year this year.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're still going to be in a very dark place at that point, but I feel like it's going to be better than where we are at this New Year. So, Gong Chi Fat Chai, if I'm remembering that correctly. I might not be. Feel free to correct my pronunciation. And speaking of the New Year's Eve business, that was filmed live in front of our barnstormers. So if you are not already a barnstormer, now is the time. It's basically like our equivalent of Patreon, except Patreon takes like a huge cut off the top, and we're just running this ourselves. So all of the proceeds go to the band and to help, defray the expenses and cost of living of this year, when it's been really, really hard to be an artist with no touring and, no shows. So yeah, definitely the links are going into the chat now. It's also right up there above us, gangstagrass.com/barnstormers. And for as little as $4 a month, less than $1 a week, you can get all kinds of Gangstagrass exclusives. There's so much stuff there. And through the end of the year, and we'll probably let it run a little bit longer, everybody, even if you join on the nickel tier, which is that lowest $4 a month tier, you get all of the back catalog of Barnstormers exclusives. So there's so much stuff there. I mean, there's videos that have never been released to the public. There's the Gangstagrass Volume 1. So at the nickel tier, there's 13 songs from the very original Gangstagrass album that Wrench put together that was never released to the public. It's the thing that started it all, but if you tried to find Gangstagrass Volume 1, you're going to have a real hard time doing that. But it's there for the Barnstormers.
Available anywhere else except at the Barnstormers right now. So $4 to get in on that is definitely a good deal that you want to get in on right now by clicking on that link in the chat that just went out.
Here. And you get cool stuff like invitations to this cutting edge technology thing that we did a few weeks ago to create this virtual Times Square show. And it was, it was funny because the tech is, I mean, when I say cutting edge, I mean seriously cutting edge, not available to the public yet. Amazing stuff, but they were still working out the kinks. We were part of the test run. Shout out to Virtue Live. Amazing stuff they're doing. And and so while the tech was being worked on, you had, Danjo and Pharaoh just jamming together from Jersey and Baltimore, being able to jam together. It was amazing. And the Barnstormers who were in the audience for that got to hear that and got to hear all the banter and storytelling and wackiness that happens when we're kind of waiting to do the actual recording. So it was a super cool thing, and only the Barnstormers got invitations to that. So it's that kind of thing that you'll also get with the Barnstormers, and it makes a huge difference to us. We just I think our latest Barnstormer is Denise, so welcome to Denise. Thank you for being a Barnstormer. And lots of and the Christmas songs. Got some Christmas songs that we're working on. We're not releasing yet. We're still working up these ideas, but we put some ideas down for the Barnstormers that you can hear. I might stream them tomorrow, but if you actually want to be able to download them or stream them whenever you want, you have to be a Barnstormer for that. So head on over. As you may have seen the other night, if we get a new Barnstormer while we're streaming, their dancing commences because we are super excited about it. This is true.
If you want to see how happy it makes us, gangstagrass.com/Barnstormers.
That's right. And we'll save up the dances. I mean, we can, on our New Year's Day stream, we will make sure that we do a separate and distinct dance for every new Barnstormer that we get between now and then. So tell your friends. It's a very, very cool thing to do. It's a great gift. You can gift a Barnstormers membership if you would like. And if you still haven't gotten your Christmas gifts and you're a person who likes to get people Christmas gifts, you have 2 or possibly 5 more. You have somewhere between -3 and 5 hours left to get your Christmas gifts. And in the UK, Boxing Day gifts totally legit, so you have plenty of time. Yeah, you can get the Barnstormers as a gift for your friends. So.
Oh man, that is a seriously great idea. That is a great idea.
That's what I do.
To gift people a Barnstormer subscription is such a cool gift for somebody to get, and it's something that can happen right away. So you can just do that. That could happen tonight. You could be like, "Hey, my good friend, you're now a Barnstormer. Merry Crisis." Pretty.
That's right.
And also for anybody that got some money for Christmas from your grandma, you can spend that on Gangstagrass, because we got all kinds of goodies in the store, and we got the Barnstormers. And so lots of possibilities for you to get some very, very fine stuff that supports us making music and bringing you interesting content and thoughts, and too many sunglasses.
That is the thing. We don't have sunglasses in the store, right? Am I correct in that?
Right. Yeah.
We should probably do something about that. You know what we do have, though? We have Gangstagrass masks. And they say, underneath, I'm smiling. So you can get Gangstagrass masks if you want. And do we still have the packages? The holiday packages? Is that still available?
All the holiday packages are still up.
Nice.
Indeed.
Nice.
So there's some good deals there. We have way too many small black shirts. So there's a good deal on small black shirts that you can get in on our holiday packages.
Yes.
Any people that wear size small out there, go check out the small black shirt special.
Yeah. You can make quilts out of them too. I should do that, actually.
Yeah.
I made a super cool math camp quilt. And then I started making a They Might Be Giants quilt out of my They Might Be Giants t-shirts, but I just ended up like cutting up a few of them and then not actually doing it. It is a bit of a project. But yeah, you could totally do that with your Gangstagrass small shirts. And what else? Do we have any of the super cool cups left?
Yeah, we got a few of our Silly Pint cups that have Gangstagrass on them, and that are unbreakable, microwavable, dishwasher safe. So these are basically your go-to cups for whatever you want. And they're you can squish them.
It is really delightful. Hang on, I'm gonna go get one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna. I wonder if this will show. Yeah, it does. It doesn't disappear.
A little bit of disappearing, but yeah, you can see. That is a Gangstagrass cup you can get at the Gangstagrass.com store right now, with the money that you got in your Christmas card.
It's a great cup, and it bounces.
Mm-hmm.
Which you don't want to do if it is liquid in it, but it does bounce. Oh my goodness. I'm so much happier than I was at the beginning of this Christmas, knowing that my family was all gathering together, and that, I'm not going to be able to visit them in the hospital when they end up there. Just really had me bummed out.
Yeah. Screw those guys.
Yeah, as you do.
Oh man, there's somebody in the Twitch feed. Hello, Lapslide Jim.
Oh hey Jim.
Tell me more about your lapslide.
Isn't that the Weisen
Oh, what the Weisenborn?
Weisen Bucky
Weisenborn.
Weisen Bippity Bap. Yeah. The third load of washing up after dinner.
Nice dinner, it sounds like.
Yeah, what'd you have? What was everybody's Christmas dinner? What did you have, Wrench? I feel like you guys are like a mac and cheese family.
We had icing. We had burgers.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
we had some veggie burgers around, and some fake chicken patties. etc.
Mmm.
We wanted something really simple after our day of constructing gingerbread stuff and cooking all that and messing up all our bowls and everything.
Is the washing up still left to be done?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I'd say it's about 3/4 of the way through. Got all the dire stuff uh, squared away, including the demolishing some of the gingerbread constructions so that they would fit into the trash.
How big was the gingerbread Fermi lab?
They were not big, but there was the Fermi Lab, and then there was things that the kids have built and other things. Fermi Lab was, I think, one of the smaller ones.
Ooh, 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 this is my favorite thing. I get to banhammer somebody. Wham! Banhammer.
Hey! All right. Thank you, moderator.
I love the banhammer. It is my favorite thing.
Yay.
I mean, as you know, my firm and abiding belief is that the policing of comment sections is less helpful than creating a community that has standards and values, because that ends up being self-reinforcing. As when I was blogging for the Post back in the day, we created these certain community standards. You make arguments that are cogent and on topic, and you engage with each other, and you respect each other, and you don't engage in ad hominem attacks, because name calling doesn't help advance anybody's argument, and mostly it just entrenches the other people in their views. And people would call each other out on that, and it really worked. But something like that is clearly, an automated kind of like crawler thing. So you do have to, every now and then you got to pull out the van hammer. I love it. Nachos and tacos. What an excellent Christmas dinner.
Followed by tequila and a chocolate chip cookie.
Pretty sure tequila kills the corona. That depends. Is it at least 140 proof?
Oh, I thought you were about to say 140 degrees.
Or also that. Now, once it's in your body, also no. But like, if you were to wipe stuff down with something that's 140 proof, you're good. Wait. Did Lapslide Jim just say cooking and sorting the booze?
Sorting the booze.
Sorting the booze. A Christmas tradition, if ever I've heard one. Is it really?
I don't know.
You don't have any booze in your house. Mine is all Sagamore. Merry Christmas to the folks at Sagamore Distilleries in Baltimore. We appreciate you guys. If you haven't heard the new barn burning song, that is out on Spotify now. So if you might have seen the commercial.
Out on all streaming stuff. So wherever you music your music, if you're doing Apple Music or Amazon or Spotify or Tidal or whatever, look up Gangstagrass. There's a new barn burning there.
Yay!
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah. Wendy's bummed about there being no NAMM show in Anaheim, and we're bummed about all the stuff that's not happening. But one of the kind of cool things that's happening with a lot of the conventions is that they've gone virtual, such that a lot of people who and like way less expensive, such that a lot of people who wouldn't have been able to attend are able to attend. So obviously we're looking forward to getting back into the the physical space of each other, but it has been actually kind of neat how, like I wouldn't have gone to the Mondo conference, but actually really enjoyed a lot of the talks that they had in their virtual conference and met a bunch of interesting people. And, so I do feel like we've broken some ground on some ways of doing things that we probably wouldn't have broken, or at least not so soon, if it hadn't been foisted upon us.
Yeah.
Which
indeed.
is the thing I'm going to be grateful for this Christmas.
Having to jump into all kinds of new stuff these days.
That's right. So, what do we got going in the new year, Wrench? We're gonna see some more kick the cans, maybe?
That would be cool. Yeah, we have all kinds of ideas. We're putting together our ideas for stuff that we could do for the next hip hop tribute mixtape, sequel to My Brother Where You At. To put those together, we're also talking about trying to get into the habit of putting out a holiday song as the holidays come by, which means we need to actually get a Valentine's Day song together now to have that able to release in time for Valentine's Day. But then as the year progresses, trying to have stuff relevant to each whatever random holidays we choose to write songs about, and then at the end of the year it can become a collection or an album or something.
You'll all be pleased to know that Arbor Day is already covered, although who knows, we might hit it again.
I get that Arbor Day.
Yeah, trees matter, man. Oh, I see. Lap slide, Jim. So you got the booze sorted, is what you're saying. It's all sorted. Understood. Yes. I'm excited for what Gangstagrass has coming. It's a bright spot in a pretty wacky year to have put out that album that's so incredible, and to be moving forward with some really awesome songs. And when you guys turn up tomorrow for the dance party, for the Wrench's birthday dance party, you're gonna get to hear, I hope, those Christmas songs.
And play we'll play a few different Christmas ideas, and the new version of Baby It's Cold Outside that we did for TikTok. I'll just knock that directly onto the stream.
Love that. Wow.
So tune in to find out.
Yeah. Oh, please write a song for Pi Day. You're totally right, Melody. You're totally right. Pi Day. That is yes. 3/14. It's gotta happen.
That's going on the list.
It's going on the list right now. So right now that I am literally putting it on the list.
Yeah. I'm gonna write a song where I say all of pie in the song, and I get to the end. That's the goal.
This is the song that never ends. But literally actually never ends because it's pie. Love it. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us on Christmas, for making some happy-ish Jewish people night. For getting to see it. Wrench, are you able to show us the gingerbread Fermi Lab one more time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So for those that weren't there earlier in the stream, my submission for the family gingerbread competition. Give me a second. I'll get this going up here. Was a gingerbread Fermi Lab. Look like this. Dun dun dun.
So.
And I sort of made the surrounding grounds with some cardboard and construction paper and whatnot. So that is the building at the center of the campus of Fermilab, the scientific laboratory in Batavia, Illinois. Location of the largest particle accelerator in the United States, rendered in gingerbread and icing formats.
For those who have not seen Fermilab, This, you will notice, is exactly what we're talking about there.
That's the actual from the lab. Show the actual one though. That's the one I made, right?
Yes,
sometimes I can't tell.
That's
It was
yes.
so close.
It was
I can't even tell the difference.
It was perfect. Yep. The only thing you needed was the gingerbread parking lot.
Parking lot is very important. But the parking lot is not made out of gingerbread. But these little black marks are supposed to be cars in the parking lot. I'm not screen sharing anymore.
No. But yeah, screen share.
Right. So you can see towards the bottom right here these.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Those are cars parked there. You see, that's just. I went more with sort of an abstract representation on the grounds, represented as a sort of a postmodern cubist abstractionist neo mondo retro lacto ovo sort of artistic statement in drawing cars in a parking lot as little black rectangles.
Just awesome. Very Merry Christmas, everyone. And happy Chinooka.
Happy Chinooka.
Happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is.
Will be forever burned into our brains.
If you haven't seen that yet, go to the Gangstagrass YouTube channel and see the Happy Chinooka video with Smokey Robinson being phenomenally fabulous and wrench throwing beats on it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll play that during my live stream tomorrow as well.
Oh yes.
So hope to see you all there.
I'll see you there. 3 p.m. tomorrow. Happy birthday, Wrench, in advance. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Yep. Bye, Melody. Soon.
Bye, Jim. Bye, Richard. Bye, Wendy. Good night, Barnstormers.